As you look toward the days and years ahead, imagine the extraordinary possibilities that lie within your reach when you trust in God's guidance. Think about what truly excites you, what dreams stir your heart and make you believe that something greater is waiting. The road ahead isn't just a random series of events, it's a gift from God, filled with opportunities to grow, change, and discover what you were created to do. With every step you take, God's purpose for your life becomes clearer. You'll face moments that teach you lessons you never knew you needed, giving you the wisdom and strength to navigate challenges. Each experience, whether it feels like a triumph or a trial, is shaping you, building your character, and drawing you closer to the person God designed you to be. As you walk this path, God will place people in your life who will encourage and challenge you. You'll encounter new opportunities that stretch your faith and expand your abilities. And in quiet moments, you'll have the chance to look back, not with regret, but with gratitude for how far God has brought you. Your journey isn't just about where you end up, it's about who you're becoming along the way. Every step, every connection, every challenge is a reflection of God's care and creativity in your life. Let that truth inspire you to walk boldly, knowing that the best is yet to come. It's easy to feel alone when you're holding on to a vision that hasn't yet become reality. People might call it a dream or a goal, but to you, it's something deeper, a calling you feel in your heart, something you know you were meant to bring to life. Yet when the path forward feels unclear or progress seems slow, doubts creep in. You start to wonder if you've missed the mark. Those around you might dismiss your efforts, criticize your choices, or even try to convince you to give up, making the weight of it all feel even heavier. We've all been there, standing at a crossroads or even at what feels like a dead end. Maybe you took a turn that didn't work out, but here's the truth. A dead end doesn't mean you failed, and it doesn't mean the journey is over. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and choose again. You don't have to stay stuck. God is always ready to meet you right where you are, offering a way forward, even when it feels like all doors are closed. Setbacks and challenges are a part of the process. They don't define you, but how you respond to them does. Keep your heart open to God's guidance. When you don't understand what's happening, trust that He sees the bigger picture. Take a step, even if it's small. Keep moving forward with faith, knowing that each moment of obedience, each prayer, each effort is leading you closer to the purpose He has planned for you. Time won't stand still. Life moves on, and so should your faith. Stay active, stay hopeful, and stay in step with God. No matter how hard the road gets, know that He's walking it with you, shaping you for the good things to come. Many people hesitate when faced with change, caught in the tension between wanting something different and fearing the unknown. They dream of a better path, but too often they stand still, weighed down by uncertainty. The truth is, waiting for the perfect moment only delays the transformation God is ready to bring into your life. The first step of faith doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be taken. That small action is what sets you apart from those who remain frozen in place. Action is the turning point. Even if you falter or make mistakes along the way, you're moving forward, and that's what counts. Think about it. Someone who stumbles while walking still covers more ground than someone who never gets up. The key is to begin, to move, and to trust that God will meet you where you are and guide you further than you imagined. Too often, people get stuck trying to figure out every detail of their journey before taking the first step. They weigh every possibility, worry about the risks, and before they know it, days, weeks, or even years have slipped away. But God doesn't ask for a perfect plan. He asks for trust. Make a decision. Start walking. Believe that He will provide the direction you need as you go. When you commit fully to trusting God, you open the door to His strength working in you. It's not about having everything figured out or doing everything flawlessly. What matters is your willingness to show up, to give your best, and to keep going, even when the road feels uncertain. The goal isn't perfection, it's faithfulness. There will be times when you doubt or stumble, moments when you feel unsure if you're on the right path. That's okay. What matters is making use of the time God has given you now. Live with purpose, stay attentive to how you're walking, and let your faith guide your steps. Each moment is an opportunity to grow closer to God and to fulfill the purpose He has placed on your life. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. Take the step and let Him do the rest. When life feels scattered or your focus wavers, see it as a wake-up call, a moment to pause and redirect your heart back to God. Remind yourself of His promises and use this as a chance to align your choices with His desires for your life. These moments aren't about dwelling on what's gone wrong, but about recognizing the opportunity to move forward with purpose. If you're feeling unsure about what's next, take a step back and imagine where you want to be in your faith journey a year from now. What kind of relationship with God do you hope to have? How do you want to grow? These questions aren't about setting impossible expectations, but about creating a vision of what a deeper connection with Him could look like. Pray for guidance, trusting that God will reveal each step as you walk with Him. The key is to start small. Instead of feeling burdened by the big picture, focus on the little steps that make a big difference over time. Open your Bible more often. Spend a few extra minutes in prayer. Find ways to show kindness and share God's love with those around you. These small choices add up and create a foundation that keeps you steady when life feels uncertain. Ask yourself this: what does God want for my life? Not your family, your friends, or society, just Him. Think about where His voice is leading you, even if it's not where everyone else thinks you should go. This is your journey with God. A year from now, when you look back, let it be with gratitude for the steps you took to follow His plan, one choice at a time. There are moments in life when a quiet ache stirs within us, a sense that something vital is missing, like a piece of the puzzle we can't quite find. We try to fill that emptiness by chasing goals, keeping ourselves endlessly busy, or reaching for the next big thing. But no matter how much we accomplish or accumulate, that deeper need remains unsatisfied, untouched by our efforts. It's as though we've been searching in all the wrong places, trying to find lasting joy in logic, wealth, recognition, or fleeting pleasures. These pursuits might offer a temporary spark, but they fade, leaving us right where we started, longing for something real. This longing is a reminder our hearts are made for more than what this world can offer. True fulfillment isn't found in trophies or applause, and it's not about molding yourself into what others expect. It's about stepping into the life God designed for you, living with purpose, compassion, and faith. It means letting go of the endless comparisons, the what-ifs, and the weight of trying to measure up to someone else's standards. Instead, it's about focusing on the path God has laid out for you, walking it with courage, authenticity, and trust. God has placed something extraordinary within you, a spark of divine purpose that no one else can carry out. Your talents, your dreams, your story, they're not random. They're intentional gifts designed to bring light into the world. When you lean into that purpose, you begin to see life differently. The turning point comes when you realize that your peace, your hope, your salvation, it's not tied to anyone else. It's found in God's unwavering presence and in the choices you make to follow Him. Every act of faith, every step in the right direction, brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. So stop looking outward for what only God can provide and start embracing the incredible work He's already begun in you. Finding peace in this truth gives you the courage to live each day with joy and determination, knowing that God is by your side in every step you take. This peace isn't just a feeling, It's a foundation that helps you face life with the confidence that His guidance is always present. Taking ownership of your choices and actions while trusting in His wisdom is the cornerstone of spiritual growth and fulfillment. Too often we fall into the habit of making excuses or pointing fingers when things don't go as planned. But growth starts when we shift our mindset and declare, with God's strength, I'll keep moving forward, working hard, and striving to improve today just as I did yesterday. This isn't about perfection, it's about persistence, fueled by faith. To live the life God intends for us, we need to understand that true greatness in His eyes comes from deliberate effort and trust in His plan. It's about stepping beyond what feels safe or familiar and walking boldly in faith. When we allow Him to guide our steps, we find the courage to take on challenges that shape us for His purpose. God doesn't call us to settle for ease or comfort. He calls us to develop the talents and character He's placed within us. Every obstacle or unfamiliar task is an opportunity to grow stronger in faith and learn more about His power working through us. Yes, it can be scary to face the unknown, but those moments are when we see His hand the clearest. If life feels too simple, it might be time to ask yourself, am I truly chasing the potential God sees in me? Growth comes in the hard places, where faith is tested and trust is deepened. So don't shy away from the work of learning, growing, and becoming more like Christ. Lean into the uncomfortable moments, there where transformation happens. Where can we find the greatest storehouse of untapped potential? It's not in a bank, a museum, or even in the pages of history. It's in the cemetery. Buried there are dreams that were never pursued, books that were never written, songs that were never sung, and visions that were never shared with the world. So many lives full of promise ended without the fullness of their God-given potential being realized. Why? Because fear, doubt, or distraction silenced the call that was placed deep within their hearts. Take a moment to think about your life. What matters most to you? What do you pour your time, energy, and focus into every day? Are those things truly leading you toward the purpose God designed for you? Or have you let the distractions of the world, social media, endless news cycles, or the busyness of life pull you away from what truly matters? Every moment you spend scrolling, worrying, or chasing things that don't last is a moment you could be using to walk in the purpose God has prepared for you. Ask yourself, are my choices today creating the life I want tomorrow? Think of your attention as a beam of light. Whatever you focus on grows stronger, just like plants grow toward the sunlight. If you fix your gaze on fleeting things, you'll find your energy drained with little to show for it. But when you align your focus with God's direction, He multiplies your efforts and fills your life with meaning and peace. Your current reality reflects the seeds you've planted through your actions and choices. If you're not where you want to be, don't be discouraged. Change begins when you surrender your plans to Him and allow Him to transform your heart, your priorities, and your path. With God, even the smallest step toward Him can ignite a future full of hope, joy, and purpose. The choice to live fully as He intended begins today. Every day brings a fresh chance to take hold of the vision God has planted in your heart. No matter what you're facing or where you stand right now, today is an opportunity to move closer to that purpose. When you wake up, don't let the weight of yesterday hold you down. Instead, stir up the passion, determination, and energy within you by setting your focus on the path God has laid out for you. People sometimes wonder why joy seems to overflow in my life. The truth is, it's not because everything is perfect. It's because I've embraced the purpose God has shown me and trust the journey He's leading me on. Even in my hardest moments, when the road ahead seemed unclear and the world around me felt empty, I held on to hope. I believed that my situation wasn't the end of the story. My circumstances may have been dark, but my faith stayed steady, and the vision God gave me remained clear. The first step toward anything meaningful is knowing where you're going. You need to have a vision so sharp and focused that you can see it in your heart and mind as if it's already real. You have to know what you're aiming for, when you want it to happen, and hold on to that picture with every part of you. That vision is the compass that keeps you moving even when the road is rough. Without it, it's easy to lose direction, but with it, you're unstoppable. Before a breakthrough takes shape in your life, it begins in your heart. Even before it becomes visible, it's already planted within you, waiting to grow. What is the dream God has entrusted to you? Can you see it clearly in your mind's eye? Picture it. What does it look like to walk in step with His purpose? How does it feel to live with the health, strength, and peace you've been praying for? What kind of provision are you asking God to pour into your life? What does that blessed, meaningful life truly look like? Don't let life carry you along without a sense of direction. God has a plan for you, but discovering it requires more than passive waiting. It calls for intentional seeking. Take time to pray, to ask God what He desires for you, and when He reveals it, don't hold back. Dedicate every day to chasing after that purpose with a heart full of faith and a mindset on His promises. Faith isn't a one-time declaration, it's a daily practice. Each day, remind yourself of what you believe and why you believe it. Let God's promises steady you when doubt creeps in. Be patient. Not everything will happen when or how you expect, but His timing is always right. Stop looking for approval from others. Their opinions can't define your worth or your calling. Seek God's guidance and trust that He will not fail you. Wake up each morning with intention. On Monday, commit to giving your best. On Tuesday, press forward with resolve. On Wednesday, hold fast to your faith when challenges arise. On Thursday, push through with determination. And by Friday, finish strong, knowing that every step of effort is noticed and honored by the Lord. Every small act of obedience, every faithful decision is part of the story God is writing in your life. Don't take breaks from the purpose God has given you. Stay focused, even when the road feels long or the results seem far away. Keep walking step by step, trusting that one day you'll see the full picture. The life you've been praying for, the one shaped by God's hand, is closer than you think. We all dream of living a life that matters, a life that leaves a mark. Those dreams are no accident. They're a whisper of the plans God has for you. But significance doesn't come from chasing after the world's version of success. True purpose is found in surrendering to His plan and trusting Him to lead you. Walk in obedience and He'll guide you into a life that not only fulfills your deepest hopes, but brings glory to Him in ways you never imagined. Every single day is an opportunity to prove how serious you are about what truly matters to you. If the way you live doesn't match the goals you claim to have, those goals might just be empty words. Real dreams don't sit quietly in the background of your life. They drive your choices, your actions, and your priorities. Pretending to want something and genuinely working for it are worlds apart. When you truly desire something, nothing can stop you. Not inconvenience, not fear, not the fleeting distractions that steal our time. Those distractions reveal more than just a lack of focus. They expose how little urgency we feel for what we say we want. So ask yourself honestly, how much do you really want what you claim to seek? Can someone look at the way you live and see that hunger in everything you do? Too often, people put their deepest hopes and ambitions on hold, tucking them away for some imaginary future where everything will magically fall into place. They keep saying, tomorrow I'll start, as if tomorrow is guaranteed. But tomorrow is nothing more than a hope. It's not promised, and it's not something you can count on. What you have is today, this moment. And the difference between those who live fulfilled lives and those who are filled with regret is simple. The wise know time is short, and they refuse to waste it. They don't wait for the right time to pursue their dreams, because they understand the right time is now. So stop postponing your life. Let today be the day you take that first step before the chance is gone. When the day is over, what will your efforts reveal? Life moves faster than we care to admit, and none of us are promised endless tomorrows. We must live intentionally, with purpose guiding each decision and every action. Time is not a limitless resource. It's a treasure God has entrusted to us. So let's stop dragging our feet. Let's step forward with boldness and determination, fully aware that each day is a sacred opportunity to do what truly matters. Why? Because you were created with intention. God formed you with a purpose that only you can fulfill. I love Him too much to ignore His calling, and I respect myself too much to waste the gifts He's given me. You see, love for God and for ourselves isn't passive, it's active. It requires movement, action, and resolve. So stop letting life simply happen to you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start, because waiting is just another form of losing the time you've been given. A schedule isn't just about filling hours or checking tasks off a list. It's about honoring the time God has placed in your hands. Here's the truth. Having a plan is not enough. You must commit to it. Follow through. Let it shape your days from sunrise to sunset, season after season, year after year. It won't come easy. It takes discipline, persistence, and a heart set on doing what God has called you to do, even when it's hard. Too often I hear people speak passionately about their dreams or the calling they believe God has placed on their lives. But words alone will never be enough. Faith without action is hollow. Don't be someone who only talks about change or ambition. Be someone who lives it. Take the faith you claim and turn it into choices, habits, and a life that shows what you believe. Let your actions be the evidence of your purpose every single day. When you pause and quiet the noise, you'll find that God is still calling, gently urging you toward the life He's prepared for you. The journey won't always be easy, but every step forward is a declaration of faith, a testament to your trust in His promises. Take heart and move boldly, for with God no effort is wasted, no dream too big, and no obstacle insurmountable. Let this be the season where you fully embrace the calling He's placed on your life, refusing to let fear or hesitation hold you back. Walk with confidence, knowing that each day brings you closer to the fullness of His purpose. Thank you for taking this time to reflect and open your heart. It's a privilege to walk this path of faith together, united by hope and trust in the One who never fails. Let us join our hearts in prayer, seeking His wisdom and strength to move forward with courage and grace. Gracious Father, Creator of all things, both seen and unseen, we come before You with hearts full of reverence and wonder. Your wisdom knows no bounds, and the works of Your hands speak of a purpose far beyond our understanding. In the intricate unfolding of our days, remind us, Lord, that no step is ever wasted in Your divine plan. Even when we find ourselves walking through seasons of doubt and uncertainty, help us to trust that You are orchestrating something infinitely greater than we can imagine. Lord, grant us eyes that see through the haze of fear and distraction, eyes that are guided by the clarity of Your truth. Within each of us, You have placed unique gifts, dreams, and passions, a reflection of the calling You have set before us. Yet how often do we allow the noise of doubt and the clamor of this world to drown out Your still small voice? Teach us to quiet our restless minds, to tune our hearts to Your whispers, and to walk boldly along the path You have prepared. When trials come, as we know they will, help us to see them not as insurmountable walls, but as sacred bridges, drawing us closer to your purpose. Shape us, Lord, in the refining fires of adversity. Let the difficulties we face become tools in your hands, molding our character, deepening our trust, and preparing us to reflect your love more fully. May every failure teach us resilience, every delay grow our patience, and every disappointment deepen our reliance on you. Father, faith was never meant to be idle. Strengthen our resolve to live it out in action. When the road ahead feels daunting and our courage falters, remind us that even the smallest step forward is an act of faith when taken with you by our side. Show us how to persevere, to labor with purpose, and to lean into your grace in every season of life. May we live with authenticity, finding our worth not in fleeting measures of success, but in the joy of fulfilling the purpose you have placed within us. Teach us, Lord, to treasure each day as the precious gift it is, an opportunity to draw closer to you and to pour out your love to those around us. Let us not squander the time you have given, lost in worry or hesitation, but instead seize each moment with gratitude and trust. Remind us, Father, that you are weaving all things, even the messy, broken pieces, into something beautiful and good. Above all, anchor our hearts firmly in your presence. In the quiet stillness of our souls, grant us a peace that transcends human understanding, a peace that neither achievement nor possession could ever provide. Fix our focus on what truly matters, living lives that glorify you and fulfill the purpose for which we were created. Help us to live not for ourselves, but for the greater story you are writing through us. Lord, we lay at your feet all our fears, our failures, and our striving. Fill us with courage, not only to dream, but to act, trusting that you are both the guide who leads us and the destination we seek. May our lives shine as beacons of hope in a world longing for light, and may each step we take bring us closer to the people you have designed us to be. In your holy and loving name we pray. Amen.